Hello and welcome to today's video. We are here for episode number 9 of season number 1 of our NASCAR Heat 2 NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship. Now, let's get a look at the schedule. And today, we're racing New Hampshire and Indianapolis. And on Saturday, we're doing Iowa and Watkins Glen. Now we're going to take a look at the standings. And we have 8 wins, 52 playoff points, followed by Daniel Suarez, 2 wins, 13 playoff points. Eric Jones, 2 wins, 16 playoff points. Elliott Sadler, 4 wins, 8 playoff points. Blake Koch, 1 win, 8 playoff points. Justin Allgaier, 1 win, 8 playoff points. Ryan Reed, 1 win, 5 playoff points. Also down here, Ty Dillon has 1 playoff point, Brendan Gaughan has 2, and Jeremy Clemens has a playoff point as well. So let's go. Guess we qualified 5th here at New Hampshire. Now we only have 4 laps of the first stage here at New Hampshire. So my goal right here is to take the lead lap 1 at New Hampshire. Blake Koch has got around both myself and Dylan to take first, but we're going to really just try here to take and to lead the first lap at New Hampshire. We slid a little bit on the exit. We're going to keep that lead though on the first lap. Gotta watch the exit of the corners here at New Hampshire. That's where something could go wrong for us on the exits. So here we go into turn 3. I'm gonna keep it right there between those 2 lines. We're gonna come off of the corner and down across the line again. 2 laps to go in stage 1 here at New Hampshire. We'd never have raced at this in New Hampshire before. New Hampshire is one of those tracks that has been decent for us, but it wasn't like, oh boy. This is one of those tracks that was in the first round of the playoffs last season in the previous game, where things did not go well. We were concerned about stage 1 in the Cup Series being Chicagoland, Dover, and New Hampshire. But obviously with this game, we're not really seeing those issues at those tracks. Of course, we haven't raced Chicagoland in any series yet. But we know that I think we can go to some of these tracks and do pretty good. We did win Chicagoland 1 time, I believe. So that was pretty good. Now, New Hampshire and Indianapolis are tracks that we want to win because they only race here once a season for the Xfinity Series. So that's a concern. Where if we go to that for the Cup Series, at least for the 2017 season, we'll be racing here 2 times. So until there's a 2018 update to this game, or whether they're calling NASCAR Heat 3 or something else, we will be racing there. I will let them do a 2017 or 2018 update like they did last game for 2017. That'd be pretty cool. I feel like it'd be a little bit more work, just because they have to make Camaros for the Cup Series, and they have to do a whole new track. Well, they don't have to do a whole new track, but they have to do the road course. The Roval, or whatever the hell it's called for Charlotte, so they have to make that track. But that's really all that's going to change. That's major. Because the only other changes that they really have to do is change the schedule. Oh boy, the schedule changes. That's difficult. So I think that's something that they can do. And if they make it $10 or even $15, I will buy that and race that for the remainder of the life of this game. I would really like to race the Charlotte road course. I'm looking forward to that in the next game. But first, we got some patches to deal with coming to this game, which are going to improve cautions, like I said in the Truck Series video earlier. That's going to be pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to really fixing the cautions. That's something I would like to see have been fixed in this game from Nascar Heat Evolution, but obviously that didn't get fixed. So the fact they're doing a patch for it that's coming in October sometime, I believe the 24th. That's coming out. I think there was something about the 24th being, or the next DLC date or something. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't bought the pit pass or whatever the hell it's called yet. Once I get a job and get to making money, that'll be one of the first things that I purchase for this series. Just because right now, in case I don't get a job before Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon comes out, I have some money saved for that. So, hopefully I'll get a job before that comes out in next month, but we'll see. We will see. Alright, so we won both stages here at New Hampshire. Let's not make a mistake like we did in the Truck Series race at Kentucky in that video. You guys did not watch the video. Things got kind of wild in the truck race there. I won the second stage of the race, and the timer ran out for the pit. As you guys seen, there's a timer right underneath where I am on the screen. Right underneath where that is. So like right down here, there's like a timer for when you're pitting. And I was just talking, doing whatever, and I didn't really notice. So I went back to say, oh no, I don't want to pit. Just to like check tire wear or something. And fun fact, time ran out, I didn't get a pit stop. And I lost the race because a couple cars pit. 7 trucks pit, and I didn't pit. So I had to pit under green, and I lost that race. See, the thing about the trucks is that you have to win at tracks the first time that you go to them every season, because that's the only time you go to them. Where for the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series, a lot of tracks you go to twice. Now, obviously, in this episode, we're racing tracks that we're only going to go to once. But for the most part, you go to a track twice. So, I know for the trucks, the only tracks this season they go to twice is Texas and Martinsville. Next year, they're getting rid of the New Hampshire date, adding Las Vegas, so they'll be going to Las Vegas, Texas, and Martinsville 3 times. But besides that, all the tracks they go to once. So, unless you're going to Texas and Martinsville, and you lose the first time at those tracks, all the other ones you have to win at every time you go to it, or you're going to have a difficulty. So the thing about winning every track, in every series, it is difficult, because, especially in a truck series where if you go to it and you lose, you gotta win a whole other season. So I won't get to try to win Kentucky until season 2. Where a lot of the other tracks, now granted Kentucky, the Cup Series only goes to once. I think the Xfinity Series only goes to once as well. So Kentucky's one of those tracks that every series goes to once, but say like New Hampshire with the Cup Series, if I lose the New Hampshire video that I gotta, or the New Hampshire race that I gotta do, I can come back in a couple episodes and try again. So that's a thing. We've already won Texas for the truck series, so I don't have to worry about that anyways, but yeah. The trucks, I do have a long list of tracks that I didn't win at, just because that one, I feel like I win less races than that, where the Xfinity series, we just come out here and do what I'm doing now and just lead the laps and do the damn thing and leave. What you got working on right now? We have to stay out here in the lead for 7 more laps at New Hampshire, and we can get that win that we're looking for. We'll head to Indy, try to get a win there. Then we go back to a track that I'm concerned about heading to, which is Iowa. And Iowa was a concern to me multiple times that I've gone there. The truck series, which we went to race this week, or the Xfinity series, which we did last week. So that track is a concern to me. I think that Iowa is a pretty difficult track to get a grasp of how to do it, and we're going to have to try to figure it out. We're going to try to get the win there. We came in second last time based on cautions, but I think it's going to be difficult. We have to qualify well there, which is difficult. Iowa is going to be difficult. So on Saturday, you guys can watch that, and then we go to Watkins Glen. So looking at it right now, realistically, we can get 3 wins, I think, this time through. This chunk of videos that I'm recording, 4 races, 2 videos, I think we can get 3 wins. I think Iowa is the only track that I sit and look at and say, that's a yikes. I don't know if I can do that one. But we'll find out. We're going to go there in the next episode. But first, in between Iowa and New Hampshire is Indianapolis, which I've never raced Indianapolis in this game. I've raced Indianapolis in every other NASCAR game that I've played, but I've not raced Indianapolis in NASCAR Heat 2 yet. So that will be interesting to see how we run at Indy. But I believe we're pretty close to having raced at every track in the game now. Indy's like the only one that I don't remember doing. Obviously in the series I know that there's a lot of tracks I haven't gone to yet, but I know personally, like from playing by myself or on a stream or something, I think Indy's like one of the only tracks we haven't gone to. And I believe you get achievements for winning at every track, so that'd be pretty spicy to win every track. That's what to keep track of it is through this series where we run at every single track. Now, if I'm looking at series that I'm excited to do, I'm excited for the Xfinity series next week because we get 2 road courses. I love road courses. They're my favorite ones to run. And we got 1 road course in this, so that's exciting. I'm looking forward to that. Having road courses to run. But I'm also excited about the trucks in next week as well. Because that one we're running Eldora. For the first time in these series, we're heading to dirt. And that's going to be pretty fun to run Eldora. I'm really excited about it. I've actually run surprisingly well at Eldora. I figured that'd either be a track that I get or I don't get. And I think I've done pretty decent there. But with that, we capture the win at New Hampshire. So we can go here to our records and we can add that as a win. 9 wins now on the season. And we keep New Hampshire off the list of tracks we did not win at, which is super exciting. So we're going to head to Indianapolis. Guys, so we qualified 15th here, Indianapolis. There's only 2 laps in the stage, which means there's about 15 laps in the entire race. I remember that from the road courses. Doing stages in those by myself before, I remember that that's about as long as the race would go. They go for about 15 laps. So I'm not really concerned qualifying 15th here at Indianapolis. That's about where I used to qualify in NASCAR Heat 2 with these tracks, at this track. But, I mean, look at that. My car just picked up so much speed on the back straight by drafting that here we are. We're in 2nd place now. As usual in NASCAR games here, it just takes the car a little bit to pick up speed, but Indianapolis, I feel like, is one of those tracks where the cars just don't get going well for the AI, because I'm out here doing the damn thing. I just caught the leader. Seeing that reminds me that this is one of my favorite races from the 2017 season in the NASCAR Cup Series, because God, wish and Marge race direct together. Yeah, that was like the highlight of my day. It's fucking great. I don't really know how I'm getting up to such a big lead here at Indianapolis. Not sure how. But have I raced here before? Have I got a record? What the hell? Unless if that's from something else. Is that from qualifying? Has to be from qualifying. There we go. Winner of stage 1. That's pretty good right there. Hey, that's pretty good. So I could see us falling a little bit here on the restart. As I said, these cars got a little bit of a jump start on us here, but that's the thing. We got a great start, and we're probably gonna do something with that off of 4 here. 4 off of 2. Oops. See, here we go. Now we're getting the draft again. And right at the same spot that we took 2nd before, we're going to take it again. Let's go, Suarez. This time you're not leading the first lap of the stage. Probably will. I bumped him off the corner there. I gave him a little bit of a boost. I don't know, can I pull up next to him? I think he got me at that line. See if he's going to come back, though. We're competing good here. I'm going to give him the bottom lane. I did, though. I gave him the bottom lane there. On the exit. He actually came back and his racing against me this time. I think probably because I didn't get him loose into the corner. Here we go, though. He carried a lot of speed into that corner. I stayed right on his back bumper. That messed him up a good amount. All I did was just push him a little bit and off into the corner. He just had way too much speed, and we win stage 2 at Indianapolis. Two tires and fuel. Here we go at Indy. We're in 6th place. We're probably going to fall back a little bit further here. Maybe we can stay in front of Harvick this time. Not fall back behind any of these cars. So, to explain to you guys, essentially, how it works for the Xfinity Series, say Kevin Harvick's in the race. As you guys know, William Byron's my favorite driver in the Xfinity Series this season. It always changes every season because typically the driver that I like in the Xfinity Series moves up to the Cup Series. But like I liked Chase Elliott before, I liked Eric Jones, and now William Byron. They're all going to move up. So whoever I like next year will be someone different. But for my favorite driver in that series, because they're a driver that I do like in general, like William Byron has a good chance to, at some point, maybe will be my favorite driver in the Cup Series. Well, when the time comes that Kevin Harvick retires, if William Byron is actually doing good, then he has a good chance to be my favorite driver, along with the other drivers like that I liked in the lower series. But the way it works, say Kevin Harvick's in the race, is that I want both of them to like do good, and whoever wins, I don't really care. Of the two, that's just what I want. So that's sort of how that works. But for the most part, if Kevin Harvick isn't in the race, I would like William Byron to win that race, or depending on what season it was, what driver, whether that was Eric Jones or Chase Elliott. We'll see though. Maybe next season. I don't know who I'll like. Damn it! I want to crash into that wall. Fuck. Can we get a caution, please? God damn. All of that is because I hit Elliott Sadler a little bit, and that's a yikes, because that's how much damage that I really take. Oh, fuck. My car is genuinely damaged. See, I can't really tell if it's my car being slow on the start as it always is here, or if it's genuinely from the damage. I guess down the back we'll find out here. The car's picking up again and going. I think we can compete. I think we can. We should be fine here. We just have to get through the field a little bit. Damn, this is all because I'm fucking making stupid ideas. I'd be like, oh, if I bump into you. It was all because I bumped him the wrong way, too. That's the thing. I mean, here's the deal. If we lose Indy this race, which we have a good shot to after dominating the whole thing, it's whatever. We got 2 more playoff points. I'm fairly confident the next season we'll get another shot to win here at Indy. This season, I couldn't put a whole race together to work for us, and that's what happened. I mean, if we finished 36th, oh no! Yeah, I want to come to every track and win, but you can't always win. And that's what we learned here today. That we can't win at every track, and if I make a stupid ass mistake and damage my car beyond repair, that's on me. So we'll see you guys in the next episode where we take on Iowa and Watkins Glen, trying to get ourselves some more points.